Imagine a world from millions of years ago. A world without cities, without roads, without homes. There were no machines, no written words, and no technology. Only nature in its rawest and most dangerous form. This was life 4.7 million years ago. Early human ancestors lived in a world where survival was never guaranteed. Every day began with uncertainty, and every night carried fear. To stay alive, they had to adapt, learn, and endure. The land was vast and open. Large areas of Africa were covered with grasslands, forests, and dry savannas. The climate was harsh and unpredictable. Long dry seasons made food and water scarce, while sudden rains flooded the land. These early humans were not the strongest creatures in their environment. They were smaller, slower, and physically weaker than many animals around them. Lions, leopards, hyenas, and other predators dominated the land. Humans were not hunters, they were often the hunted. Physically, prehistoric humans looked very different from modern humans. They were shorter in height, with smaller brains and longer arms. Their bodies were covered in hair, and their faces were more primitive. But one important change separated them from other animals. They walked upright on two legs. Walking upright allowed them to see farther across the land. It helped them spot danger earlier and move more efficiently. Most importantly, it freed their hands. Hands that could carry food, hold tools, protect children, and defend against threats. Food was the center of life. Early humans did not hunt large animals. Instead, they survived by gathering. They searched for fruits, nuts, seeds, roots, and edible plants. When possible, they scavenged meat left behind by predators. Eating meat provided energy and nutrients, but it was risky. Getting too close to a predator's kill could mean death. Still, hunger often left no other choice. To survive, early humans began using simple tools. Sharp stones were used to cut meat. Hard rocks were used to break bones and reach nutritious marrow inside. These tools were not complex, but they were powerful enough to change survival. With tools came learning. Knowledge was not written or spoken. It was observed, copied, and remembered. Younger members watched the elders. They learned which plants were safe, which animals were dangerous, and where water could be found. Slowly, intelligence grew. Early humans understood that staying together increased survival. Living alone was dangerous. Living in groups offered protection. Groups could watch for predators. Groups could defend themselves with noise, movement, and stones. Groups could care for injured or weak members. Community became a survival strategy. Communication was simple but effective. There were no words or languages. Instead, there were sounds, gestures, and expressions. A sudden noise could warn of danger. A movement of the hand could signal food or safety. Trust began to form. Fire was not yet controlled, but it was noticed. Natural fires caused by lightning fascinated early humans. Fire brought warmth, scared predators, and provided light in the darkness. It was dangerous, but powerful. In time, fire would transform human life forever. Life 4.7 million years ago was not easy. There was no comfort, no security, and no certainty of tomorrow. But through adaptation, cooperation, and persistence, early humans survived. Their struggle shaped our existence. Every modern human carries the legacy of their endurance. Their ability to survive against impossible odds became the foundation of humanity. Survival was their greatest achievement. And because they survived, we exist today.